When God created a woman, her specific design was that of a helper and a life giver. So we as women, we image God in a very beautiful way. Hello, beloved ones. Once again, I welcome you to today's episode of PMN, that is Philo Monjilo Networks. And in today's episode, I would like us to discuss something about us women, something about a woman that is being described in Proverbs 31. But before that, if you're coming across this channel for the first time, kindly subscribe and make this your home. And those returning, may God bless you. Welcome back. So today I would like us to discuss something about us women in accordance or relation to the book of Proverbs 31. You know, you as a woman, you are special. You carry that home. You are the heart of your home. Even though men were made the head, but you're the neck. You know, this neck carries everything. This neck controls the body. This neck controls this head. For this head to function, it relies so much on this head. That is why you as a woman, being the neck, you are the core of that house, you are the core of that home, you are the core of that society. You run the society, maybe directly or indirectly. Just remember that you are the heart. You give direction. Your directions are so important in running a home. So you carry the home, you carry the house, you carry the family. Be proud of yourself and carry your duties powerfully and efficiently. So today, about today's topic, a Proverbs 31 woman, our case study, I chose to use a case study from the Bible, from the book of Ruth. This woman in the book of Ruth, because what she carries, the qualities that she carries are directly in relation to the book of Proverbs 31 verse 10 onwards. That's our topic, Chayil woman. The Bible tells us that woman was taken out of man and made for man, and thus making her the glory of the man. That is why I say that you are the core of the home. You are the heart of that home. You are the center of that home. Fundamentally, she receives in order to give more. She is the life bringer and life bearer. Her body was designed to nourish and to nurture, to feed and to console. When God created a woman, her specific design was that of a helper and a life giver. So we as women, we image God in a very beautiful way. So back to our topic, Chayil woman. Let us start by defining Chayil. Chayil is derived from Hebrew word virtuous. And virtuous means or is defined as having or showing high moral standards. A person of virtue makes progression in knowing what is right and doing what is right. This person intentionally chooses what to say, what to do, and what to value, reaching beyond good towards the best. In every situation, a virtuous person knows that it is an opportunity to honor God and to image God to others. So, in relation to this, I say that I shall be using the book of Ruth. The story in that book is so much inspiring. It can change your life directly or indirectly. So Ruth chapter 3 verse 11. What does it say? What does this book say? And now, my daughter, do not fear. I will do for you all that you ask. For all my fellow townsmen know that you are a worthy woman or a virtuous woman. That is the book of Ruth, chapter 3, verse 11. We see these are words that Boaz says to Ruth, that she's a virtuous woman. The book of Ruth is the story of a woman whose devotion and loyalty provides an inspiring picture of faith and resilience. Ruth's faithfulness to God brought her many blessings. If you remain faithful to God, you attract favors and blessings from Him. As you read the story, as you read this book of Ruth, from chapter 1 to the last chapter, you will find Ruth comes from a place of despair, losing her husband, to a place of hope and restoration. Generally, Ruth is about the work of the darkest times to prepare. That is, the work of God of the darkest time to prepare us, or to prepare the world for the glory of Jesus Christ. You see, this book of Ruth, it encourages us to view our day-to-day lives as part of God's plans, God's bigger plans for our lives. And what is the main reason in this? The main lesson in this book of Ruth? Ruth reminds us that no matter what lies in our past, no matter how difficult our circumstances are, or maybe how difficult the situation is, a little bit of faith makes a huge difference. Just have some faith in God. You see that hard time you're facing, that financial dryness, that sickness, you can be sick but still a friend of Jesus Christ. You can be poor but still a friend of Jesus Christ. Whatever situation you're facing, remember that God is there. God is working on your situation. Just a little bit of faith will bring a very huge difference. And even in our obscurity, and in the midst of what may be our lives, God finds a way to use the most unlikely person in ways that you cannot imagine. Have faith in God. Trust God in everything. From the story, we learn that Ruth manifests qualities of a Chayil woman. These qualities that Ruth expressed are spiritual qualities. So you must involve God in everything that you do. That spiritual relation with God, that discernment. Have faith in God, involve God, pray, read the word of God, and have hope and believe that God is going to do something for you. These qualities, the qualities that Ruth expressed, shows the compassion. She was compassionate to her mother-in-law, unfailing devotion. She never left God. Respect, grace, honesty, integrity, generosity, wholesomeness, virtue, honor, kindness, just to mention. Ruth from the Bible is an example of a virtuous woman. You see, exhibiting many qualities that are described in Proverbs 31:10 onwards. She's hardworking. We see Ruth diligently works and hard and throughout the day, gleaning in fields until evening. She's kind. Ruth shows kindness to her mother-in-law. We saw when you read the book of Ruth, she was so kind to her mother-in-law. She nursed, she cared, she involved her mother-in-law in everything. She's loyal. Ruth remains loyal to Naomi. She's faithful. Ruth is faithful to God and takes big risks. She's humble. She's respectful. She's spiritual. And in the book of Ruth also teaches that God cares about all people, regardless of their race, regardless of their nationality, regardless of their status. Men and women are equally important to God, and God uses unlikely people to accomplish great plans. And there is hope in everything. Never lose hope. Have faith in God. Pray. Do what you have to do, knowing that God is going to show up in a way that you yourself cannot even understand. It is nearly impossible to have all these qualities in one person. It is very rare, or next to impossible. But in simple terms, the Proverbs 31 woman is about value. What value do you have? Proverbs 31 verse 10, he says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. What value do you have? You know what? God gives according to the value you possess. This chapter has the secrets to what a Chayil woman carries, the values. Normally, each and everyone has qualities that he or she has set for someone to qualify to be his or her rightful person. That is for those who are looking for partners, the single ones who are just about to enter into marriage. You have standards, you have the qualities in your mind. You know that this is the kind of person I want. This person, this man must have this, or this one woman must have this, because I have this. These are the qualities that I have. This is my value. But to complete my value, I need somebody who can close up the gap, the missing values, for us to be complete. So you set up your standard, your qualities. So as I said, God gives according to what you possess. An example of this is when pricing goods. Goods are priced according to their value or to their use. The same applies to us as women, because I say this topic is about us. When it comes to men, we shall be talking about a virtuous man. But today you're talking of a Chayil woman. Chayil woman. The same applies to us. Just as goods are being priced, goods are priced according to their use or their value. As women too, what value do you have to receive what you want? What do you possess? What do you carry for you to exchange for your demand? Is it wrong? It is not wrong having standards in your requirements. No, it is very correct. As far as the qualities you are looking for in a person is concerned. But does your value allow? Does what you carry allow for you to receive what you are demanding? Does it match your demands? Number one, character. When making a lifetime decision, there are things you have to put into consideration. Lest you find yourself in a mess. That is why when choosing a marriage partner, you must have qualities that the other party has to portray to meet your demand. That is Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous wife? Who can find a virtuous wife? For her price is far above rubies. Replace that wife, that word wife, with husband. Who can find a virtuous husband? In yourself. That part of a wife, replace it with what? A husband. In you yourself, you see all the qualities, all the values necessary for you, enough for you to be a wife. What you are missing is a helper to make you complete. In yourself, you find that I have all the qualities to be a wife material, but I'm missing something. So I need a helper, a lifetime helper, to make you fully complete. Someone you can trust to help you accomplish what you have been destined for on this earth. So there are some things that can block us. There's some things that can block us from receiving what you want, and that is character. You might be having all the characters. You must be carrying every character described in Proverbs 31, but your character, okay, you might be carrying every quality described in the book of Proverbs 31:10 onward, but your character, your character, it is a full turn off. Like, I cannot stay with that person. There are things that block us. By the way, you can mask the qualities of a Proverbs 31 woman, but acting that book, acting those qualities, those are two different things. You can cheat, you can wear that cloth to cover up your behaviors, to cover up your character, but acting those qualities, you might find it so difficult. Lack of value, Chayil is about your value, what you carry, that is character, principles, your visions, your strength, honesty, valor, integrity, compassion, hardworking, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, loyalty. Being a Chayil woman doesn't make you to be, you don't have to be moneyed, to be rich, to be Miss Independent, to be the boss, for you to be a Chayil woman. Those must make kindness, that faithfulness, that loyalty, that compassion, integrity. They make you qualify to be a Chayil woman. Our values cannot be exchanged in return of. If our values cannot be exchanged in return of our demands. Many a times in our neighborhoods, we've encountered people who can talk. People are very evil, who can mess someone's life. Like, this person decides just to mess somebody. They pretend to be having the good hearts, but when you open their hearts, there's something else. People with evil characters, that type of character that cannot accommodate anyone, leave alone a life partner, even your own sibling. You might be having a very bad character, an evil heart, a wicked heart that you cannot accommodate anyone near you. You cannot accommodate that neighbor. You cannot accommodate your own family, your parents, your siblings. Your behavior is so bad that no one wants to associate with you. That will stop you from receiving the rightful person. Even though your demands are high, but your character cannot accommodate somebody, cannot accommodate a man near you. No. They are found. Chayil, did you know that? Chayil woman, a Chayil woman. You do not have to be married to be a Chayil woman, no. A Chayil woman can be a sister. You are a sister. Chayil woman, you are an auntie. Chayil women are found in our ministries, in our companies, in our homes. You're a mother. So the characters, a Chayil woman, as long as you're a woman, the qualities, you qualify to be a Chayil woman. You have every chance. You have every chance to show your qualities in leadership, in being a mother, in being a sister, in teamwork, They are found in companies, these Chayil women, the type of character that cannot accommodate anyone around them. Not in that company, not in that church, not in that family, not in that home. Anywhere. They're like, mi siwezi kana huyu. Huyo naye hapana. The moment your name is mentioned, everybody will be like, mimi sitaki huyo. Mimi siwezi kana huyo. There are some ladies with some character that cannot allow them to have somebody. It doesn't matter how many. Character plays a big role in your life. A bad character is a bad character, and it will not attract anybody around you. A good character is a good character, and even it attracts favor from God. It doesn't matter how many times you attend prayer lines. With a bad character, you will not find a right partner, lifetime partner. It doesn't matter how many prophecies you receive, but a bad character kills relationships. A bad character kills what? Relationship. Bad character cannot accommodate even prophecy. What is a prophecy? A prophecy is a seed and this seed has to develop. I mean, it needs a place to develop, to grow. You see, a prophecy is a seed, and this seed has to develop. So it needs a place to develop, to grow. It needs a secure place and a fertile place to grow. This relationship that you are praying for needs a place to grow. Can it grow on a bad character? Huh? No, it cannot. Sometimes the right choice requires immense sacrifice. The right choice requires an immense sacrifice. You sacrifice a lot. To get what you want. You see, as Naomi pointed out, Ruth was free to leave her mother-in-law after the death of her husband. She was at liberty to leave her mother-in-law and go and remarry. In fact, Ruth's sister-in-law Oprah, that is Oprah, not Oprah but Oprah, chose to leave, but Ruth never. She chose to remain. Look, in the book of Ruth 1:15 says, "Look," said Naomi, "your sister-in-law is going back to her people and her gods. Go back with her." You see what? Guess what? Ruth makes a different decision, totally different, revealing not only her dedication to her mother-in-law, but her dedication to the God of Israel. As you can, Naomi, you see, in that verse, Naomi noted Orpah was returning to her gods and not to the God of Israel, not to one true God. Ruth makes a different decision. She chose to remain. That is in Ruth 16-17. But Ruth replied, "Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me." That's the book of Ruth 16-17, NIV version. Ruth made a huge sacrifice by refusing to return to her family of origin. There are some decisions you have to make sacrifice. Very painful sacrifices for you to achieve or for you to get what you want. There are some things you have to stop as a woman for you to get into that relationship. That is, Ruth's commitment to staying with Naomi was a selfless and beautiful act, and a vivid example to everyone who wants to know and represent the true sacrificial love of Christ. So marriage is a lifetime decision. Let's learn something. Marriage is a lifetime decision that comes with a lot of sacrifice. There are characters, there are behaviors, there are friends that you'll have to drop. There are things that you just have to drop when entering, when you make up your mind that you want to get married, that you want to enter that relationship that will lead to marriage. There are women who are so mouthy, that bad character. They can't keep secrets. In marriages, the secret that have to remain that marriage forever. There are women who are good at washing their dirty linens in case of anything, something small. You are out there telling people, "Oh, this happened in my house. We slept hungry in my house. I was not bought Christmas dress in my house. This man this man that. I don't know why I married him." So bad. The party girls. You know, when you're single, it's different when you're into relationship. When you're single, you could party with your girls, you could go to those clubs. But once you enter that marriage, you have to sacrifice all of them. You have to stop partying. The girls who the party girls, they so much value their girlfriends than their husbands, their families. They choose their girlfriends before their husbands, before their children, before their family. They go hang out. They go hang out with people before bringing together their families. There's some women who are so funny. This means that you are not ready for that marriage. Because when you are ready, you sacrifice everything for the sake of your house, for the sake of your home, for the sake of your children, for the sake of your husband. You see? Have you ever met an unhappy person? That people are just generally unhappy. Have you ever met an unhappy person? How was it? There are ladies who are unhappy naturally. They are not happy. Naturally, they are just not happy. And to make it funny, they enter into relationship with high expectations that their husbands will make them happy. How? How? If you yourself, you are not a happy person, how do you expect somebody else, not even your husband, somebody else, your friend, your parent, your sister, your brother, to make you happy? That is very impossible. Very impossible. You choose, you see, I don't know if they choose to be unhappy. I don't know. Some choose to be unhappy. Some are unhappy naturally. And it is their nature to be unhappy. You lady who choose to be unhappy, never expect anyone to make you happy. People who come into your life cannot make you happy. They can only enhance your happiness. But if you choose to be unhappy, be sure you die an unhappy person. People only enhances others' happiness. Will help you to be happy and maybe make that happiness even be more happier. Have you? When you enter into a relationship with the expectation that your spouse will make you happy, you already failed. I tell you, you have failed because you're looking for something that you did not fulfill before entering that relationship. No, not this. The disciples of Jesus did not come to make Jesus Jesus. No. They came to assist in the assignment of Jesus. So your happiness, we shall only enhance it, but not make you happy. If you choose to be unhappy, well and good. Remain to be an unhappy person. Remain hurting yourself. Choose happiness. Choose happiness. Choose happiness. My fellow ladies, choose happiness. Love yourself. Choose happiness. Do you know why God doesn't make you pure in heart? Why? Because one chooses to be pure. You choose to be pure by yourself, and the purity of God enters you. Yes, until you realize your heart is desperately wicked, and then you choose to abandon that wickedness or that wicked thing. Then God is sin. As long as you're wearing wicked glasses, you will only see wickedness. So if you choose to be unhappy, you will see everything to be against you. Choose to be happy. We receive righteousness by noticing we can't be accepted before God. So we abandon our evil acts, evil behaviors, our wicked ways, and start doing what is right. Another thing, another value of a Chayil woman, that is principles. Are you a principled person? Do your principles accommodate your demands? If you know that, if you know what you want, if you know what you carry, The delay might worry you, yes. The delay in that marriage might worry you, yes. That husband delaying to come, it might worry you, yes. But it will not make you settle for what is less of your value. When you know what you carry, when you know your worth, when you know what is inside you and your vision, you'll never settle for something that is less of your value. However delayed it might take, you'll never settle for something that is less your value. No. Genesis chapter 2, 18:23 to 23. Genesis chapter 2, verse 18 to 23. It says, verse 18. And the Lord said, it is not good that man should be alone. I'll make him a helper comparable to him. It says, and the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone. I'll make him a helper comparable to him. You see this, do not settle for what is less to what you carry. Wait with the help of discernment. You will receive a helper, that is your man, comparable to what you carry. Are you more precious to make that exchange spiritually? Because God will never bring somebody that has been sent and destined to do mighty and powerful things on this earth, to help people on this earth, with something lesser, with somebody who has lesser vision. No, it is not possible. No. Because this will distract God's mission. So God cannot bring you somebody who is not comparable to what you carry. You are destined to do mighty things on this earth. You are destined. You've been sent and destined to help people on this earth in a bigger and mightier way. So God would surely bring somebody who matches your assignment on this earth. Can God trust you with that man to make sure that you help him accomplish what he's been sent to do, and him to help you accomplish what you've been sent to do on this earth? Can you be trusted to accommodate such? Are your principles, are your characters matching your demands? Ask yourself before. Anyway you are as a woman, we are helping each and everyone to grow spiritually, physically, emotionally, empowering each and everyone and encouraging us ourselves in the Lord. Genesis 2:18-23. Genesis 2:19. Out of the ground the Lord formed every beast of the field and every bird of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he could call. And whatever Adam called each living creature, that was it. That was its name. You read the rest by yourself. That is Genesis chapter 2:18-23. In Genesis chapter 2:19, all these creatures that God created were created to test Adam. They were created to test Adam, to see if he knew what he carried and if he valued what he carried. Could the animals help him? No. They could not help him manage what he carried. No, they could not. Adam was a principled person. He was a principled man. Even though he was lonely, he desperately needed a helper. He could not just accept the animals because he knew that none of the animals was comparable to what he needed. None of the animals was nearing what he wanted as a helper. So he said none of them can match what he wanted. He refused. Even though he seriously needed a helper, none of these creatures qualified to be a helper. What he carried had no exchange in the animals. Genesis chapter 2:20. So Adam gave names to all cattle, to the birds of the air, to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helper comparable to him. Some of us take delays as denials and end up failing the test. Yeah, we take the delays as denials and we settle for things that do not match us. We fail the test. Pray for the spirit of discernment. Adam was a discerning person, enough to know that amongst the animals there was no helper. Yet God himself said that it is not good for a man to live alone. He needs a helper. That is in Genesis chapter 18. God brought helpmates to Adam. You see? That were not of his level. So Adam did not accept. He would rather remain single. He would rather remain alone and continue managing what he was managing alone, but not settle for something that is less. No. Do not take your delays to be denials. Be patient. Pray. Have that discerning spirit. Pray. You know, because of pressure, because of persecution, because of peer pressure, because you want children, you end up settling for anything. You just end up settling for anything that comes before you. Adam knew what he carried and he knew where he was going. That is why he could not just settle for anything. He waited. He was patient, hopefully knowing that his helper is coming. The right helper is coming. So some of us, as I said, because of pressure, because of persecution, because of competition, because my girlfriends, all my age mates are married, all my age mates are having children, because of pressure from your parents, you end up settling for anything that comes your way. A lion came, you accepted. Now the anger of this man you cannot manage. He's ever angered. When he's angry, you cannot control his anger. A dog came, you accepted. Now this man, the last that he has, he sleeps around. You're like, where did I go wrong? Because you chose the wrong person. A bird came, you accepted. This man is all over the world, traveling. He has no time for the family. He has no time to help to grow together as a family. You just accepted. You see what you choose, what you settle for. You forget about your values, you settle for anything. Pray for the spirit of discernment. If you know your value, you know your husband right away, The moment you know your value, your worth, you know your husband right away. Marriage is beyond physical appearance. Anyone who thinks of the future looks for value. Anyone who thinks for the future looks for value, right? He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. That is Proverbs chapter 18:22. This happens if you find the right person, the right woman, the right man, the right husband. Do you know that there are people, when they just enter your life, blessings start to flow, favor starts to flow? Eh? Have you ever noticed that? There are people, even friends, when they just enter your life, the blessing that you encounter, and you're like, huh? How could it happen? Because you don't know. This person that came into your life attracts favor from God. Yes. If you as a woman, you have to know when to act, when to wait. As a woman, be wise. Have wisdom. Know when to act, when to talk, and what to talk, and when to wait. Don't just have loose mouth. Be that person, that kind of a person, when you open your mouth, everybody wants to listen to. When you open your mouth, somebody knows that something is going to be built. Let your words build somebody spiritually and emotionally. Help somebody grow spiritually and emotionally. Like in the book of Esther, verse 1 to 8, the New International. This is Esther's request. You will have to read it. That is chapter 5. Chapter what? Chapter 5, verse 1 to 8. We see that Esther, when she told the king, I want to come in, the king started confessing. What do you want? Do you want half of the kingdom? Do you want this? Do you want that? Just mention. Because he knew Esther. When Esther opens her mouth, there is something. There is something. Both in the realm of the spirit and physically, that has to happen. Something special. Because she got the wisdom. She never just spoke anyhowly. We see the king asking. We even see Esther break the law. We see Esther breaking the law by going to the court without permission. According to the law, she was supposed to be killed. But the king said no, she will not be killed. Because she knew what Esther carried. She knew what was inside Esther. She knew that whatever that Esther carried, the impact of what Esther carried to the kingdom, she knew that. That is, he knew that. The king knew that. Because the king knew what Esther carried was very special, he said that she will not be killed. She will not be killed. Do not be the type of person or the type of woman full of negative energy. Everything you see is wicked. Everything you see, you despise it. Everything you see, you're like, and you never appreciate. Whatever comes out of you is to kill and not to build. You're full of negative energy in everything, towards your fellow women, towards the neighbors, towards everybody. You're full of negative energy. You can't be happy for others when they grow. Umejaa tu wivu. Hutaki kumwona mtu akiendelea. No, inakuuma. Any progress that your fellow women do, And this mostly is with in-laws. In-laws now. Be someone who people will like to listen to over and over again, because your words, your opinions, your suggestions builds others, both emotionally and spiritually. Proverbs 31 verse 11. The heart of a husband safely trusts her, so that he will have no lack of gain. The heart of a husband safely trusts her, so that he will have no lack of gain. Are you someone that can be entrusted with something? I mean, can someone have confidence in you managing stuffs? Hey, mosquito. Are you safe? Are you a safe place? Can you be trusted? For the Bible to say trust in her. For the Bible to say trust. For the Bible to say trust in her. You can trust on somebody depending on something. You can trust on somebody depending on something. But to trust on somebody, it means they fulfill everything inside of you. You can pour yourself in them. Yes. They are not only for a safe place, but a place you can trust for everything. You trust them with everything you own. Everything you own. You trust them with everything. Can you be that person? You see, this, for you to trust somebody, the advice is sound. Their direction is sound. They encourage. They give you proper counsel. Their knowledge about you is sound. This is somebody that you can trust with everything that you have. Some women enter into relationship with the notion they will change their men. No, you cannot change somebody. No, it is very difficult. Some women enter into relationship with the notion that they will change their men. It is nearly to impossible changing somebody. Impossible. Personality cannot be changed. Personality cannot be changed. Maybe character can be adjusted, but personality, nearly to impossible. Some people are outgoing, others are quiet, others are talkative, introverts. How can you change those people? Character can be adjusted, yes. But if you don't have a standard that a man meets you at that standard, he already knows what the deal. And if you are truly someone of value, you surely help him adjust. You surely help him adjust to your standards, to your value, in order to make him work with you. That is why some men, when they marry, have you ever asked yourself why some men, when they marry, they change completely? Some women enter into relationship with the notion that they will change their men. Yes, they think that they will change their men. That is very impossible. Personality cannot be changed. You cannot change someone's personality. Some people are quiet. Some people are talkative. Some people are outgoing. Some people are introverts. You cannot change somebody's personality. No, you cannot. But for the character can be adjusted. But if you don't have a standard that a man meets you at that standard, if you do not have a standard that by the time you're meeting this man, he finds you at that standard, he already knows what the deal is. And if you are truly somebody that is, if you are truly somebody of value, you'll surely Not this, you surely help him adjust to your value in order to make him work with you. Yes, you will adjust him to your value to make him work with you. Yeah, but changing his personality, no. Character can be adjusted. Personality, impossible. Very impossible. Very, very impossible. That is why some men, when they marry, they can't do anything. They can. Have you ever encountered somebody that like, we are making chapati, still chapati? No, because of the value of this woman, what this woman carries, the value she carries, yeah, makes this man adjust to her value to work with her. Yeah, that is why some men, when they marry, they'll never do anything, nearly impossible, without involving the wife. Yeah, they'll not do anything without involving the wife, because he knows her value. He knows what she carries. She's not bossy. She's not a dictator, that is, sorry, dictator. Her value makes this man involve her in everything that he does. Not this, there are Jezebels. There are Jezebels out there who control their men. Na hiyo sijakataa. Kuna wale wanawake ambao they control their men. They are dictators, they are bossy on their own. Their mode of running their family by dictatorship. Hao ni Jezebel. Tuachane nao. Proverbs 31:12. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. God gave women brains. Woman, listen to this. God gave women brains. Women are smarter than men, naturally, and it is from God. They develop faster than men. They can see farther. They can see farther than men. So you are perfect. You are a perfect helpmate. You are the boss, not the dictator. You are the boss. You are helping this man. As I said, you are the neck. So you are helping this head. You are the boss. You are helping this man because you are smart. You see further. You got brains. You develop faster than this man. There is nothing worse than when you know that. There is nothing worse than when you know that when things go wrong, she will turn away from you. Just imagine that kind of a woman. These are the people who marry because of something. They saw something, so they were after that something. Mostly money. Some women marry for money, but once the money goes, kila kitu inaenda, pia anaenda anapotea, anatoka kwa hiyo ndoa. For example, gender equality imeleta shida kwa ndoa, bringing more harm than good in marriages. This gender equality thing, instead of creating peace for you, for your home. The Bible says in Proverbs 15:12, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. A gentle answer turns away wrath, turns away anger, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Harsh words. The tongue of the wise adorns knowledge, but the mouth of the fool gushes folly. You cannot fight ego with ego. Woman, listen to this. You cannot fight ego with ego. A man's ego does not allow him to look foolish. It's their nature. They believe that they are the head and they are everything. So his ego does not allow him to look foolish. Are you somebody that does good? Jesus said, never let your good be spoken of evil. That is in Romans 14:16. from months 14, 16. When you hear statements like this, no wrath like a woman's wrath, there is a problem. There is no love like a woman's love. No compassion like a woman's compassion. No love like a mother's love. Why? They have no choice. Mothers have no choice but to love their children. I hope you get that. Yes, they have no choice but to love their children. But are you doing? Are you going to love your husband like you do love your children? Can you love your husband as your own flesh? That you'll not be willing to sabotage him. Eh? Yani you married him when he got money. Wakati pesa zilisha, ukatoka. Tunasema no, your value, your importance imeisha hivyo. No money, no marriage. And there are other women who go into marriage because they saw this man to be a rich person. They entered into that marriage. Kunyonya. Kunyonya hizo pesa, kunyonya hiyo mali. After gain what they wanted, wanajitoa. They're like, I'm filing for a divorce. I don't want this marriage. This marriage, this marriage, that. You went there to sabotage this man. Not. Are you a woman who does good? Not only valuable, meaning you carry virtue, substance. You have the brains. You don't just follow everything that you're told. You know, kuna hawa watu that these women ameenda kwa beshtaki. Wameongea these in those salons. Me don't go to salons. Mimi natengenezwa na a man. You know these ones. Sindangi salon. Wakiingia kwa hiyo salon, their discussions will be about their marriage. My man this, my man that. Mara bwana amenifanyia hivi. You know the advice you get? The funny thing unaipata from single ladies. Ama those who tried marriage wakatoka. They give you the advice. Hebu toka tu. Na akili zako unafanya nini? Unatoka. You don't use your brains to make your decisions. You carry character. Do you carry that character? That character that can attract God's blessings, God's favors. Are you? Proverbs 14, chapter 1. A wise woman builds her house, but a foolish woman tears hers down with her own hands. Whoever has respect for the Lord lives a good life. A good woman secures her home. You as a woman, God made you the center of the home, meaning that everybody's spirit is attached to yours. You are the center of keeping everybody together. You carry that home. How can you achieve this spiritually? By prayers, and not only by prayers, but also by cooking for your family. Cook for your husband. Cook for your children. Woman, cook. You might be having the house help. Yeah, you know, we are career people. We got a lot on our shoulders. You are out for work. Narudi jioni, it is late, umechoka, you need to rest here. But once in a while, make time and cook for your family. It is very important. Woman, it is very important. Usikue yule mtu wa kusema house girl atafanya, house girl, kila kitu ni house girl, house girl. No. Create time, cook for your family. If you do not know how to cook, please, there is YouTube. There is YouTube. There are social. Watu kule TikTok kuna watu wanafunzana kupika. Learn how to cook for your family. There is something special in cooking for your family. If you did not know this, kindly do from now and learn how to cook once in a while. Make a timetable. Create time and cook for your family. Let your family, let your husband enjoy your food, because in that food there is something special. There is something special in cooking for your family. There is something special in preparing meals for your family. And here's the secret. Every time you cook for your family, they eat. They're eating from your hands. And whenever they eat your food, you yourself, you are joining yourself to them and them to you. Meaning that you're connecting spiritually. You're connecting your spirit through this food. You're uniting your family through this food. Have you ever asked yourself or wondered, why is it that mommy's food is the best food, is the greatest food of all, even if she's not the best? Because there is something in that food. Every time you eat your mother's food, it is not food that you're eating. It is her impartation, the impartation of her spirit that is entering your spirit, and then they join. That is why you feel the love of your mother's love, instead of the taste of the food. That is why you find that anytime you eat your mother's food, you're like, this food was the best. Hata kama ni mboga zina mafuta, you're like, mommy's food is the best. Cook for your family. Notice this. In communion, notice this. If the communion that Jesus had with his disciples could keep the apostles together with Jesus, why can't you relate it with the food that you prepare for your family? That it will bring them together. It will join them together. It will keep that unity of that family. Remember, you're the center of this family. Everybody's spirit is connected to your spirit. So learn how to cook. Cook for your family, because it is a communion. Everything you do for your family, do it perfectly and powerfully and effectively, because it is a communion. Every time you enter that kitchen to cook for your family, it is a communion you are using to unite your family, to bring your family together. It is a spiritual thing. That is why Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to eat in Babylon, because they knew if they eat from the king's table, it will join their spirit with the king's. That is Daniel 1:5-16. Go read it yourself. There is something special in cooking for your family. If you didn't know this, kuanzia leo, enda Google, enda YouTube, anza kupika. Usikue mtu unajua tu kupika maji peke yake. Hata wengine hata ya maji kuboil, maji ya kunywa hawajui. Unafaa uboil kufika kiasi gani? Hawajui. They will prefer going to the hotel, buying takeaways, wanakuja na kula. No, learn how to cook. As you cook, you pray to God. This food, I'm using it as a communion to join my family, to build my marriage, to make it stronger. You are binding your family together. Every time your husband eats that food, is like, sitakula huko nje, lazima nikule chakula ya bibi yangu, lazima nikule kwangu, lazima nikule na familia yangu. You are joining your family together just by preparing meals for them. Nimekupatia siri. Umepata siri? Haya, Proverbs 31:15. She also rises while it is yet night, and provides food for her household, and a portion for her maid servants. A good woman secures her house spiritually. She prays for her family. She is a prayerful person. A prayerful woman is a powerful woman. Proverbs 31:16. She considers a field and buys it. From her profit, she plants a vineyard. She can make her own money. Develop yourself. Do something for yourself. Not as a boss lady. Bosses are dictators. No. Be a leader. She does it as a wife. She does it as a mother. She does it as a leader. Be a leader, that you can contribute something to your family. Do something. Have a trained skill. Have visions. Have goals in life. Be able to invest. Help multiply what you guys have. Proverbs 31:17. She guards herself with strength and strengthens her arms. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are for her tasks. A good woman is a strong woman. She gets things done. She's a planner. She plans everything on her own. She knows what she wants. She goes for what she wants. She plans. Proverbs 31:18. She perceived that her merchandise is good, and her lamp does not go out by night. Right? Merchandise is her self-worth, her worthiness. Huh? She makes sure that her mind is always sharp. Her candle never goes out. She remains sharp even in difficult situations. During those difficult moments, financial dryness, when the ups, marriage is full of ups and downs, but we overcome because you overcome us. She remains sharp in every situation. Proverbs 31:20. She extends her hand to the poor. Yes, she reaches out her hands to the needy. She's a mother. She's compassionate. She knows the needs of the people who are not in her house because she's a mother. Naturally, she's a philanthropist. A Chayil woman begins this work in her own house. Charity begins at home. So you as a Chayil woman, you begin these works from your own house. And you extend it to the outside. You can't go feed the community when your own family is dying of hunger. How? Your children have not eaten, your husband has not eaten, and you're out there extending your philanthropist work. No, charity begins at home. That is not compassion, that is fakeness. That is faking. Proverbs 31:21. She knows how to keep. She is not afraid of snow for her household. For all her household is clothed with scarlet. She knows how to keep a home. Can you keep your home? Do you know what needs to be done in your home? What you're not afraid of anything that you're not afraid of anything that will come? Understand that every day of your life is a test before God to see your faithfulness. Those difficult moments, those difficult situations, it is a test to know your faithfulness to God. You know that there are people who can compromise their faith when difficult seasons come. They're like, wapi Mungu, kwa hii magonjwa wapi Mungu, let me go look for another plan B, unaenda kwa mganga. No, those difficult moments, those trial moments, as a believer, expect trials, and during those trial moments, it is when your faithfulness to God is being tested. Trust the process, from smaller to bigger things. Proverbs 31:22. She makes covering for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. Meaning she dresses well, decently. You dress well, that is, you dress decently. Usitembee uchi, hapana. Vaa decently. Na usivae shagala bagala. No. She dresses well, decently, and accordingly. Vaa accordingly. Unaenda church na miniskirt, like seriously? Utendaje kanisani na kanguo kamefika kujuu kwa mapaja? So sad. How you look or how you dress determines how you'll be addressed. How do you want to be are dressed. Your look and your dress code defines who you are. Proverbs 31:23. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. Notice, your husband is a respectable man. You have the best wife in the world because she brings glory. You bring glory to your man. Yeah. A woman was taken out of man and made for man, and thus making her the glory of the man. Your husband is respected because of you. How you carry yourself outside there brings it can bring glory or shame to your husband. I hope you know this. When people see you, they see him. So you define your husband. When they see you, they see a great man. When they see you, they see shame in your man. Know yourself. Proverbs 31:25. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in the days to come. Notice strength and honor. She dresses herself with that because she can give that. She dresses herself with what she. When you dress yourself in strength, you know that you got the strength to do things. Not only can you bring honor to your man, you bring honor to yourself also. So what you carry, you are what you carry. How you move around, how you dress, everything that you do to yourself. If it brings shame to your if it brings shame to your husband, be sure to yourself too. It will bring you down. Whatever you do, if it glorifies your husband, to yourself too, you're glorified. So how your strength, how you carry about yourself determines who you are, what you receive. Proverbs 31:26. She operates her mouth with wisdom. She operates her mouth with wisdom. And in tongue is the law of kindness. She's always kind. This woman is always kind. Ruth was kind. Ruth was kind. Not that she can't rebuke evil, but she does it with wisdom and kindness. Proverbs 31:27. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. She does not change the value of her household, even when she's outside. Why? Do not hang out with idle people. Be with women who are doing things also. Things to grow. Things to help you grow. Things to help you develop. Idle people breaks homes with gossip. Idle people breaks home with gossip. Yes. Many women take advice from people. That is why relationships suffer, because of those gossip, wrong advice. Huyu ako single, nataka pia ukuwe single, anakuambia hebu toka kwa hiyo ndoa, mtu akufai. Tafuta kwingine. Huyu mtu uanze kuhesabu mandoa. Choose your friends wisely. Chayil woman. As a virtuous woman, you know what is right. You know to do what is right, when to do what is right. Choose your friends wisely. Be blessed.